I have played many superhero games, and there have been a few that I consider groundbreaking. And I think all of us can agree that games like Arkham Knight, Web of Shadows, and Justice 2 are a few of them. But when it comes to superhero games, the one game that broke the internet not very long ago was Spider-Man 2018. Of course, Spider-Man 2 is a much better game when compared to 2018 Spider-Man, but for me, 2018 Spider-Man will always hold a special spot in my heart. Because I had not played a superhero game in a very long time, and when Spider-Man came out, playing this game, I was just amazed. Amazed at how amazing everything looked and felt, from traversal to story, dialogues to music. I enjoyed everything. In this video, I wanted to share why I love Spider-Man 2018 so much. I will always be biased towards this superhero. Ever since I was a kid, I have loved Spider-Man more than any other superhero. I grew up watching Spider-Man cartoons, movies, and reading comics. I loved the idea that a weak bullied kid becomes a strong man and decides to do good with it. I think that is an idea a lot of us can relate to. The game starts and we are introduced to Peter, a man in his early 20s struggling with rent, sleep, and washing his Spidey costume. We set out to capture Kingpin, and I love the whole intro part where Peter is just grabbing a quick bite before smashing Fisk and his henchmen to the ground. And when he jumps out of the window as we players get our first experience of web swinging, I legit screamed for like 5 to 10 seconds. I had seen the gameplay and trailers before I played the game. I knew what to expect, but it still blew my mind. The web swinging made me feel like I was watching a movie. Remastered version of this game on PC is insanity. It looks so fucking good. Talking about the story of this game is a simple and linear Spider-Man story that looks and feels classic while playing the game. It is not some extraordinary out of the blue story, but that is what makes it so good. A Sinister Six story with Doctor Octopus's origin and few twists along the way. The simplicity of the story is just amazing. Aunt May works at the feast shelter just like she always does to help the less fortunate, and this time the founder of Feast is Mr. Martin Lee. Pete is already Spider-Man and swinging around in the neighborhood just acting like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. New York starts to go to shit when weird looking energy wielding weirdos, later called demons, start terrorizing the city, and Peter is on their tail. Meanwhile, Peter is also helping Dr. Otto Octavius and his project for prosthetic technology, a project that fails miserably because of the mayor of New York City, who is Mr. Norman Osborn, who also happens to be dad of Peter's best friend, Mr. Harry Osborn. Shutting down of this project leads to downfall of a wonderful scientist, Dr. Otto Octavius, to giving birth to one of the greatest Spidey villains, Doctor Octopus. Meanwhile, all this is happening, Peter discovers that demons are henchmen of none other than Mr. Good Guy persona, Martin Lee. And Martin Lee is also after Norman Osborn because why not? Everyone is after that guy because he's such a rat and bitch. No, but seriously, he's after Norman Osborn because Norman kinda killed his parents and made him into a weird energy wielding dude called Mr. Negative. So yeah, he's also after Mr. Norman Osborn. And Martin Lee then terrorizes a award ceremony for a legendary cop, Jefferson Davis, who is Miles Morales' father. During the ceremony, Jefferson dies, saving lives of the others, and Spidey could do nothing cause he's KO'd out of his ass. A sad funeral happens and Miles is depressed now. Meanwhile, Dr. Octavius slowly loses his shit and turns into crazy Dr. Octopus. Spidey discovers that Oscorp is making a deadly bioweapon called Devil's Breath, and Martin Lee, along with his demons, is hunting for it. Suddenly, there is a breach at Rikers, which is a high-security prison facility, and all of Spidey's nemesis are there. And finally, the big reveal, which is not so big, that Sinister Six is now in action, and it is being led by none other than Doctor Octopus, and 5 other members being Martin Lee, Scorpion, Vulture, Electro, and Rhino. And they ground and pound Spidey's ass. Doc Ock releases Devil's Breath into the city, people get sick, Spidey beats, grounds, pounds all the villains, and an amazing showdown happens on the roof of the Oscorp Tower. Amazing fight with big revelations. And in the end, we bid a sad goodbye to our beloved Aunt May. She finally dies. Again, like I said, it's a simple Spider-Man story that I loved. I would rate this easy 9 out of 10. And other than the story, I just wanted to discuss a few problems that I have with this game. I mean, not few, it's just 2 problems that I have with this game. First one being repetitive tasks to gear up. I mean, how annoying can you be? Research tokens, challenge tokens, landmark tokens, and few other tokens that make things too repetitive. In every area of New York, it's the same thing happening over and over again. It's okay, it's cool for the first few times, but then it just gets boring and you just don't want to do it. I mean, as someone who has not been into New York, I didn't mind the landmark tokens, but all the other things were same and it was just so boring. Doing the same challenges, fighting the same criminals. It's just frustrating and I personally am not up for this. And the second problem that I have, music being as good as it is in this game, after a while, it just becomes again repetitive. Music for this game is awesome. It felt nice to hear the iconic heroic tune that complements our web swinging, but oh my god, every time Spidey, if even he flinches a finger, it's the iconic music that starts playing. Oh my god, like just stop. Every time Spidey jumps, music plays. Spidey swings, music plays. Spidey dances, music plays. Like, chill the fuck down, I'm just jumping. Not all things need to be iconic if you're just Spider-Man. Although this music does make epic moments sound epic, but overusage of this did not please me at all. I don't have any other problem beside these 2 points. Oh, no. One more. Wait. The pigeon missions. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Why is our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? I get he's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but why the hell is he hunting pigeons? Catching them all across the New York City? I mean, those missions were ass. We can't just ignore talking about villains in this game. From the starting moment when Kingpin is on the screen to the end where Pete beats up Doctor Octopus, the character models of villains in this game are just so good. I love the design of every single villain I would kill to get action figures of Scorpion and Vulture that are in this game. The design aspect is so good and the acting, the voice acting choices and dialogue delivery from Rhino to Shocker, every villain nails it. And just seeing so many Spidey villains in one game and they are so well designed and all the boss battles with them just feel so amazing. I loved it. I loved every villain and every boss battle that I had in this game. All in all, this is a 9 out of 10 game for me and one of the best in superhero genre. The simple story, amazingly beautiful New York with beautifully detailed landmarks, buildings and parks and everything. I can replay this game for story and web swinging, but I don't care for the bullshit side activities. Spidey is my favorite superhero and this game, no matter how old I get and when I replay it again, it will always hold a special place in my heart. And if you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing and leave a like and also leave a silly comment. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace out.